Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gamestah TV. This is Byza, and in the co-casting seat we have Judge. And the teams tonight, Instinct versus the Wizard Mob. Knife round availing right now, and looks like Instinct are just having a little bit of fun, shanking the hell out of everyone. They'll pick it up. And a shout out to Wizard Mob, tagging themselves as Team Immunity. What goes on with these guys in the Amateur Pro League? I don't know, Judge. But a good big and welcome, good evening to you, mate.
Thanks, Byza. Good to be here. Glad to be back on a Gamestah TV broadcast. And shout out to everyone chilling in the chat. We're going to have a good night.
Yeah, we definitely are going to have a awesome ripper night. I think we've got a couple games lined up. We'll see how we go and see if we can get through them all tonight. But we're starting tonight with Instinct and Wizard Mob. Interesting to know these two teams were probably the closest we've seen out of the challenge in the last couple of weeks. Instinct at 22nd on the ladder and Wizard Mob 20th. We've covered Wizard Mob a lot. They've got some good players. Instinct, I have no idea about. What about Judgy? Do you know anything about these boys?
I don't know anything about these boys. You're right, though, in saying this is probably one of the closest matchups we've had so far. I've done a few casts with Gamestah, and Aussie Gaming TV's done one of their own as well. And yeah, this is probably one of two of the closest casts I've ever done. One team ranked at 20, one at 22. Either way, they're both going to be looking at about a 32-point increase or drop, depending on how this game goes. Not much disparity between those, between who gets more points than the other. But, guys, this is definitely going to be a game to watch as we see a pistol round coming out and Pears picking up the first on Teebs.
Yeah, he's picked up the first. The boys are moving into the A bomb site. That is Wizard Mob as they have their fifth pure, just picking a couple off at the boxes. He'll get almost backdoored X2C. That is, my camera's jumping around. Squirrel the last one left, and he'll be stuck in that connector, not able out. So the first round of the pistols going to Instinct, and that's a good start by them. Let's quickly go through these teams while we have it. For the Instinct here, we've got X2C, Pure, iPairs, Willie with the Chinese writing on the end. I think that might be good luck. Who knows? Cure. I believe that's how you say K-U-R, Cure.
For the guys, your prior pronunciation, we'll run with whatever you reckon, mate.
Oh, okay, all right. Failing everyone as we get a second round action. It's Tech 9 straight into the B bomb site through checkers, and here comes out the couple boys. Willie sitting in the ninja spot. He gets a spray down with the Clarion, 2 shots, but he'll get noticed by the K flab, or we'll like to say cock flab, and we'll give him that recognition for tonight. They're in the site planting. It's a safe plant by the Teeves at the back. iPairs just sitting at the top of heaven. He notices it out. Frag coming from the big dog onto one. Wiz and the cock flab. So we're 1-1. And a good start by both teams. Really interesting. It's a quick round. They move for the Tech 9s, and you need to grab momentum early, Judge. It's probably what you need to do. It's a really good round there by the Wizard Mob.
It certainly is. I mean, we're now seeing Team Immunity, the Wizard Mob, picking up 2 AKs, 2 Famises, and Squirrel's chilling with a Glock still. They're looking to establish an early economic dominance to then hold position. It's always easier to get ahead early and then hold rather than try and play catch-up all game, boys.
That's it. So the boys are just taking control of the middle, and they're heading up highway. The defense is probably going to be staggered out here. iPairs is going to be now pushed in. A couple smokes to set into the bomb site. iPairs goes one with his pistol. Gets taken out by the big dog, Dilio. Well, I think that's meant to be Dildo, but I don't know how you want to go about that. These guys, they always want to get us. The big dog will put the bomb down. Cure is rotating through that A connection point. Once again, I fail with names. It is a good frag. He pops out. He's on the truck. He will take another one, so he's clutching quite well. One-on-one here action. Squirrel with the AK. Cure with the Clarion. And a counter flash. There it is. Smart play by Squirrel. He'll pop out. Now the second one down. Judge, we are playing for something special by the end of the December run. The final start 13th of this month for Sound Blaster X. And if I pull up on my screen right now, these are what the boys are playing for. A special headset worth $200 a pop for the first team players. And I believe the second team and the third team also get some headsets, but this is the lesser quality. So that's just some exciting stuff for the boys, what they're playing for. So it's going to be quite interesting as my game somehow drops. Judge, how are we setting up for the fourth round here?
So setting up for the 4th round, we've got AKs on the Wizard Mob side and an eco for Instinct. Wizard Mob again looking to make use of this early economic dominance. We've got a push from mid heading towards the A site with Teebs and Slump. Slump and Squirrel getting a frag using a nade. Slump picking up another one on pairs, and Big Dog getting the drop on X2C. Cure did manage to get K-Flab, and Big Dog Dildo's now dropped Willy as well. We've got Teebs planting on the site. We've got the Big Dog dropping a Willy. I just don't know how we're going to go for casting. We're trying our best here, boys.
Look, I'm happy to stick with Big Dog. I think that's good enough. Don't recognise the slang for what it is.
That's right. There it is, though. That's the finish of the 4th round with the Team Immunity Wizard Mob taking it out 3-1. Now, boys, looking at its economy, are we going to see Instinct, now that they've got the money to get some weapons, are they going to be coming back in this next round?
Yeah, I would say they need to settle in. It's still early round. We're only 5 rounds in, so it's, you know, we pretty much just got rid of the anti-eco rounds. What I've been seeing lately, especially on Cache, is a lot of teams actually dominating the T side. So I will actually kind of expect Wizard Mob to be, oh wow, big shot by X2C, picking up the slump of a lifetime. And you are in a slump, mate. Don't be pushing out an AWP. Like I was saying with the T side, they're actually dominating a lot more in this competition. So I do actually expect Wizard Mob to have the early rounds as X2C gets almost picked out by the Big Dog. He now pushes back 82 HP. Big Dog's actually 10. So I wonder if that will do anything to him. He's actually going to sit and wait for the AWP. Teebs outside in the middle, so they do have control of the mid connector, which is quite sneaky. Willy will pick up the cock flab. Teebs onto the IPs, so he's got them down. They're working themselves back up to the A again, so it's another standard strat, but Pure's right in the way. He'll pick up the Big Dog. Wiz will return, popping around the corner. X2C finishes it off. They're probably better off going to the B bomb site for the events there, Judge.
Look, you're absolutely right, Byza. I mean, for those of you playing at home that were watching the map, you could see as they were moving that push from mid-connector towards the A site, we had a rotate coming from the CT spawn. A site was, like, that side of the map was not anywhere near as clear as what B side was, whether that's just a lack of knowledge of where the CTs were, or maybe just a miscommunication. It definitely would have been better off for T's to push B side.
And they're pushing.
Push now.
They're pushing the B site like crazy. A counter flash is out. Willis will pick the 2, but then Slump will jump around and pick him up in the return. So they're in that bomb site, and a big shot coming from X2C. Did not see that on my cam, but he absolutely dominated, and he's fragging very well. The AWP hitting the top at the moment. Let's just have a quick look at how everyone's setting up. That bomb is now planted. 2 of the CTs are sitting in the CT rotate point, and there's one coming from the T side. X2C picks up the T, leaves the cock flag left. In fact, I didn't think the bomb was planted. I couldn't hear it ticking. So they're in a position there, and you have called it a mini comeback from Instinct, showing how strong they are. We are 3 rounds apace. Very strong showing from the AWP from X2C. It'll be interesting to see if the Wizard Mob, after the Tech 9 round, will actually buy up with an AWP and match the intensity of the boys that Instinct are bringing here.
It's also important to note, Byza, as well, not only have Instinct now matched scores 3 rounds each, but they've flipped the economy. Instinct is now ahead with a full buy, whereas now the Wizard Mob has had to eco and run pistols. They're running Tech 9s, no armor, just a few smokes. As they push out on the A site, iPairs grabbing K-Flab, Teebs on Pure, Pairs getting the shot on Big Dog as he runs in, and Slump getting Pairs with an entry frag. We've got 3 on site, this is 3v3. Teebs getting a frag on Pure. Willy picking up Squirrel, circling around to grab Teebs as well. Willy with 2 frags. Slump getting X2C as the bomb's down. It's 1v1. Slump at the advantage here. There it is. That's Team Immunity Wizard Mob grabbing the round 4-3.
Yeah, they've
done well. That was a really well played bomb plant and a really good site hold. I mean, Slump, although he did only have his pistol, he managed to pick up an AK and still had the advantage. He had almost full health, whereas the other, I can't remember who was up for Instinct, but they were down to like 23 health, definitely at a disadvantage trying to get that site back there, boys.
It's a really good entry point of frags. They actually set up, they waited the timeout, had the smokes in play. And I think the cross comms from Instinct were just catching them off guard, and that's how they got into site and secured it. They're also used to having them up mid, so they weren't expecting a full team out of the A connector as Slump picks the first onto Pure X2C. A couple of frags exchanging in that mid-con section, but once again they are working, Squill is working out with the AK into that connector. Do we call it the A connector?
Yeah, A connector, that one.
Well, Squill pops out.
He's done well.
He's done well. He pops out
pairs.
and he pulls one out, and the return fire comes from Cure to securing. The big dog wraps around. So they have pulled one out of the connector, but then they're also going up the highway. The strat's going over and over and over and again for them, so it's really good play. I don't think Instinct are picking well up on it. And the last player we have is Willie, and he's got that pistol. He's jumped onto an AK, so he's going to actually try and clutch this out. They've got an AWP and 2 AKs to contend with. They know exactly where he is, which is the most scary part of it. So I don't know if they're going to bait him out or they're going to try and play him. Now the AWP shot missed, but the big dog will take the corner and finish Willie off. So another round back to the Wizard Mob. They've taken the advantage. Let's have a quick on the scoreboard. It's sort of gone back and forth. A couple the anti-eco rounds were sort of even. The gun rounds are sort of even as well. So this can go either way at the moment. We did see Instinct going on an eco for that round, and they've actually gone on another eco. Pure somewhat has brought up, and I have no idea why he's brought up. That's going to hurt his money as the rest of the team goes. So they're kind of expecting him to do something. Willie will pop around the corner of the B bomb site and take up the cop flag very aggressively. Squeal will pick up the Cure with a HE nade. They are setting in the mid garage. X2C being so very aggressive right now. He wants a frag and he's hungry for it. Pure will pick up the Squirrel, taking him out. The bomb still sitting really far back with a minute left on the clock here, Judge. This will be interesting to see where the terrorists go here.
That's right. I think they're baiting out to try and get some frags to get a good entry onto the site. They've been getting very well played entry frags. Now I think they're just taking another approach to get some communication down, work out where Instinct's sitting, get some picks, take the manpower advantage into hold a site, get a plant down, and then go from there. I mean, that's where the Wizard Mob has dropped those 3 rounds to Instinct. 1 being down on the economy, and 2 not getting enough frags before capping a site. So, boys, we're going to see a little bit of stagnation here. We do have the T's moving in towards the B site through vents. Big Dog grabbing one at the vents, running in now. We've got Willie sitting up in heaven. Is he going to get a shot off? Big Dog runs in and gets tagged, but turns. Gets Willie on the turn. Teebs chilling in the corner like a naughty boy and getting the plant down. And we have Pairs up in heaven having a look. Oh, he's grabbed Big Dog and he's shot at Teebs. Pure's grabbed Slump down in the checkers area.
AWP.
With the tap.
Probably the worst thing you saw there was he had the AWP in hand, and it's not the right gun to have, Judge.
No, that's right. It was just not the right gun for that area. I mean, he also didn't need to be poking so aggressively there. The bomb's down. They need to move onto site. Don't poke. Even if he's got an M4, don't poke. Make him poke you.
Shout out from Willie, the Cake Master. I think that might have been put at Teeb's ill effect of dying there with AWP. So, look, we've got AWPs with both teams. X2C, which is that one. I'm going to have a look onto his cam, and I might jump onto the Slump as well. And he's actually been... No, he hasn't been beat. X2C has been beat. So Slump's actually got a shot off to him. And he's now just having a look at the connector. Back goes X2C. He's not going to have anything to do with that. So he's going to leave it wide open. However, the boys of Wizard Mob are not going to want to work that. Cockclap's actually out there, so he is going to work it. We're going to majority want to pick out the A connector into the A bomb site. So it'll be interesting to see how the boys Pure and I pairs work it. X2C pops out, gets Cockclap in the mid, so he gains back the control. So this is the favour here, but they are setting up for a push here.
I think it's important to note as well the positioning that X2C had on that AWP shot. He's got the first frag of this round, and he's only got 17 health. He moved back into a position where he was safe to watch and got the frag, just like Slump has through the midsection on X2C. Squirrel grabbing Pure, Pairs getting Big Dog, Cure getting the double on Squirrel and Teebs. That clears it out. CT's with 3 and Slump with the AWPs, the only one left on T's side. Looking for a bit of a clutch here. He manages to grab Cure. We're looking down the scope of Willie though now as he watches that A connector door. Pairs on the same with the AK. And there's
big
the tap.
shot.
Big shot, that single tap. coming from pairs to secure the round for Instinct, bringing it back 5-5 as we enter the 11th round, Byza.
Yeah, we're absolutely going game busters with both teams. They're definitely showing why they're deserving of being where they are. 20th taking on 22nd. Both victors will probably move them into the high teens, and if they drop down, they'll go down into the 30s. So both teams really want to be an impact as we have a push here. All pistols, a couple Tech 9s from the T side into the B bomb site. In comes Cockblade, picks up one. He tries to aim for the second. Square will pick up the X2C as he goes down in the mid-con. And another shot, Willie will go down. So this is a really good affecting push from the boys of the Wizard Mob. And once again, all the eco rounds that they've actually done as Pure picks up the vent kill has actually worked getting into the bomb site. And this might be another round for him here.
It certainly could, Byza. I think it's important to note the positioning again. I love my talk about positioning here. We need to talk about the positioning of immunity. Unfortunately, that's been the undoing on the site. They were clustered around the bomb and only had one person watching another angle. We did get a kill pickup there by Squirrel and 3 by K-Flab. But the positioning of Pure and Pairs coming into that side to retake it, Byza, was just great. I mean, we just had Willie in the chat say the exact same thing. 3 people watching the same angle and a bit of a giggle there. He knew exactly... That's the exact point that I've just made, is that's why they were able to retake that site, Byza.
Yeah, a great retake from the boys of Instinct. That's what we want. We want a competitive CT and T side of Cache. Usually it's T dominated with the competition of Sound Blaster X, but something's a bit different as Pairs gets fragged out, he hits into the squeaky door. In fact, they're really aggressive for a CT hold, which is quite interesting. A Molly's set there just to hold anything pushing. They, however, are sitting in the A connector. A flash will come. Pure's actually done the smoke. You notice one heading to the forklift. The comms are being called. He'll get one frag. He's still being watched out. He'll pick up a second. This is a really good hold because they're not taking him out. He's got the pistol on, but Teeps will pick him up, finish him off. The big dog's actually working back around the anal side, so he actually picks the AWP, but Willie will snap around. Wow, what a round of fragging from both teams. And you know, the highlight players right there. Willie keeping himself alive, but Pure. Just the way he worked and just held that. He actually should have been fragged really early, and he stayed alive there, Judge.
He really did, and you look as well. Pure entered this round with just shy of 10k, bought 2 or 3 weapons for the team, and still managed to buy an AK. Like, Instinct's really getting set up and talking to each other and using their economy for the advantage. The whole of Instinct's now bought up, whereas the Wizard Mob, they've still got K-Flab on a Tech 9. Slump doesn't even have a helmet. If he gets decked, he's going down. And we've seen the accuracy of Instinct in this one, Byza. There it is, he's down, like I've said.
Indeed, as Cure
on the site, full taking down the K-Flab, Squirrel on the IPS, and again, Big Dog getting X2C. We're seeing a push now, Willie grabbing Teebs. We've got 3 CT to the 2 terrorists, and CT's looking rather healthy, Byza.
They're rather healthy, and they've got a bit of momentum, which is what they want. Now the boys of Wizard Mob have to work that A bomb site, but they're actually heading back. I might flip onto them and see what they really want to do. They're actually going to go, well, they were looking at B, but if we look carefully and closely, here comes Willie behind very quickly with the M4. He spots both in the vents. He frags the bomb, drops the bomb down. This is a big thing for Squeal to work because he's actually jumped outside the vent. He has to go back around. He'll pick up Cure. And well, now Willie was actually going to chase him down in the vent and just realised that he's not in the vent. And so he's going to have to work back around. And with 12 seconds to go, Squeal's going to be forced to save here. And that's the biggest thing about it. If you go together, make sure the bomb goes first, not last, because though anal coming just cost the boys at Wizard Mob a round.
That's right. And the thing is it's all about positioning in that push. I mean, you don't want the bomb very last because you don't want the anal to take it out and then no one can get to it. But you also don't want it at the front because as you go for entry frags, that can put the bomb down straight away. If you position it nicely in the middle, you've got your entry fraggers to take it out and secure the site. If not, then the bomb's still safe in someone's hands and you can rotate back without fear of them getting killed at the back.
X2C.
Now we do have K-Flab heading through Squeaky, heading towards the A site. But bomb's still in middle, Byza. What's that about?
Well, they're working the garage with a bit of a boost. X2C actually went a really aggressive push with the M4. He's sitting in the vent and he's spraying out Big Dog. Big Dog's taking a bit of help, and so does X2C. And down goes a couple more terrorists, leaving the slump of a lifetime by himself to frag. And that is not a good thing for him. He's left to try and do it. iPads will pick him up, and that is another round down for the boys of Wizard Mob. And now Instinct start to pull away. As we head into the last round of the half, mid-game here, Judge, Instinct definitely showing their dominant force on the CT side.
They certainly are. I mean, we just talked about how this cache can be such a T-sided map, and when you look at the scoreboard, you wouldn't think so. Instinct getting 4 extra rounds on top of the Wizard Mob as they all go for a stacked push at A site. We've got Pairs picking up 1, Pure with 2. Big Dog grabbing Pairs, Squirrel grabbing Pure, and Cure securing the round for 10-5 at half-time. Instinct leading, of course, with quite a massive half, I'd say, boys.
Yeah, that is a massive half. The 10-5. I think we still have enough rounds as T-side for Wizard Mob to show that you can work it as a T-dominant thing. But Instinct picking up 10 early CT. All they need to do is a couple early eco rounds, and they'll be really well done. As we head back into the second half here, the boys have swapped over. What is Wizard Mob need to do here, Judge, to secure these early rounds and get themselves with a bit of momentum into the second half?
Wizard Mob needs to hold the sites well. If they don't do silly pokes, as we've seen them do on the T side when they've already secured a site, if they just hold sites, wait for Instinct to come to them and out position, then we're going to see some momentum coming in the Wizard Mob. Unfortunately, we've just seen Cure get gunned down Big Dog, and Squirrel on the return has gunned down Pure, K-Flab getting the Willy, and X2C getting Teebs. We're seeing 3v3 now on the site. X2C tagging Squirrel. Cure chilling in checkers with Slump in heaven.
Oh.
That's one down. X2C getting Squirrel and tagging up the Nectar drop. K-Flab goes down. And there it is. Pairs getting Slump of the lifetime as he slides down the ramp from heaven. Unfortunately, that's Instinct grabbing another round, boys.
They just picked really well with the pistols. I think showing Wizard Mob, they didn't really come together as a team and a hold. There was also,
I think you're right.
There was also a fake out into the A bomb site, which sort of caused them to split a little bit. Maybe there's a bit of confusion there, but they're not doing too well. As we see a center stack coming, X2C was sprayed the hell out of the garage opening. He'll pick up a frag, but Slump of Lifetime will work his magic to get around the smoke and frag him out with his pistol. So 1-for-1 frag for both teams. Still, the dominant thing is Instinct with the buy-up guns in this, what are we? We're in the second pistol round. So they've brought up massively early. This is quite a risk if the boys of Wisdom Mob pick up the guns, but they're getting fragged out massively now. Q on Pure working for their team. Pure gets another one as well. 2 down for the round. iPaz is being noticed as he works the B bomb site, but he will get Squill and knock him down. So they've definitely risked it. By buying up early, they've got that round secured, and they're getting really close to the secure rounds of actually taking this match. 2 more, like we said, if they get the 14, and the other team's not within 2 to 3 rounds of them, it's pretty much struggle town from here on end.
That's exactly right, Byza. And I mean, that early buy of AKs is always risky on the T side, straight after a good round, because if you lose those AKs, you potentially geared up the other team.
Sorry, I'm going to have a shout out to
fire, though.
Yeah, Cures just Molotoved his own teammate for the shits and giggles. I have no idea why he did. Big Dog comes out, snaps out of the vent. Piers will pick him up. Sorry, Judge. I'll just tuck you back on. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that was massive.
It was massive, and we've just seen Pure grab Squirrel as well. But what I was saying is the risk with buying up on that anti-eco round is if you've got AKs, they've got pistols, if they manage to turn on you, then you've just given the other team 3 pistols, and you're the one having to eco and be careful. So it's always a bit of a risk, but with it can come a great reward. We've just seen the bomb go down on the B site, a couple of people watching. There we go, we got Pure taking out K-Flab, XTC getting Teebs, it's now 2v1, and XTC cleans up the site, getting Slump on the way to the bomb. That's 13-5 in the 19th round now. Look, Boys, 3 more rounds. Instinct's got this. Do you think we're going to see the 3 rounds taken out? Or do you think now that Immunity's got some guns, we've got an AWP on there as well, you reckon they can come back? 2 AWPs, sorry.
Well, they're asking the hard question of how they want to work it. Slump of Lifetime with the AWP. I'm just going to have a quick look and see if he picks someone up. Cure is with the AK. Skill will pick him up. So there's actually double AWPing that midsection, which is quite dangerous. Cockflab picking another one. So they're actually responding very well here with the big guns is what they need to do. However, the boys from Instinct are now setting up for their A push. Bang comes Slump. He gets one onto the Cure, strengthening their case to secure this round. X2C, well, if he can't work with his teammate in Woody, which he gets absolutely nailed by Cockflab with an M4, which has proved my case. They're not going to win this round. It goes down. Cockflab gets another one. There's one where you're jumping back. As I just have a quick look on the scoreboard, there is not one, but 10 rounds consecutively for Instinct. Part of the last round, part of the start of the round, their momentum through. Wizard Mob have just picked that last round up, but they've got so much more to do. I think Instinct pretty much shoot in. They might drop a couple more rounds, but they're going to probably push home after, well, not doing themselves any favour with 2 AKs and Tech 9s here, Judge. So I'm not 100% sure what their comms are happening when they're not, but they're looking like an A setup right now.
They certainly are, as we see the bomb chilling in A connector. We've got smokes, we've got flashes, we've got Molotovs all setting out. We've actually got X2C heading around to Squeaky to see if he can get someone at the forklift. Some of them getting tagged. X2C opening fire, but not actually hitting anyone. But he does manage to get Slump at back of sight. We've got Pears getting K-Flab, Big Dog taking Pears down, and Big Dog also getting Willy, but he goes down to Pure. Pure with the shot through smoke on Teebs with the
I don't know how he saw that. It was so close to his
beautiful.
teammate.
Oh, there it is. Squirrel getting Cure. 2v1. The T's need to hold the site and not poke and just wait. He's got an AWP. He's going to have to come in close at some stage. Swaps out for another AWP. Oh, and he's got the nade. X2C versus the Squirrel. Can we see X2C hold this match out? I think he knows he's in Squeaky. He's going to smoke it out to get on the other side of the bomb. Holding the M4 ready for some close quarters. Squirrel does have the advantage here.
Oh, what a clutch!
As well, there it is.
What a clutch!
He had the health advantage. We've got a full house on the Wizard Mob side. 3 Squirrel frags and a Big Dog getting the 2.
Mate, that is a clutch if anything, Don. Judge.
I'm getting replaced.
Oh, mate,
I mean, we've just seen
you're replacing Don.
Get 2 rounds. Yeah, I feel so honoured.
Mate, that is a clutch if anything from school. Yeah,
it was beautiful, boys. It was a beautiful clutch.
It was. As Judgy and I work out how we co-cast together. A little bit of noobs we are, but we'll work it out. Squirrel doing very well for his team. Give them just pure bang. He tries another one, B, and he picks up Slump Lifetime off 2 shots. That's very nice work by him. I was actually about to. Squirrel just proving his case why the AWP works in his hands. Strong retake by Squirrel, but the boys at Wizard, if they're actually going to pick up any more rounds and be effective, hold off even this eco round from the boys of Instinct. They need to step up. Big Dog and Cockflab, they have been, but the other 2 Teebs and Slump of Lifetime struggling at the moment as Squirrel picks up another one. I think it might be just Squirrel Cam I should just stick on because he's dominating. X2C just wanting to work into that big bomb site. The Big Dog is sitting there waiting for him. He's wrapping around with the Deagle, now being noticed. Ooh. Big Dog snaps him out. He gets another one. One's dropped out of the vent. That's I-Pairs. I-Pairs, sorry, with the M4 reload. So what's he got? He only got 12 bullets left, so he needs to play very carefully. And here comes Squirrel with his 3rd frag of the round, dominating. I need to have a quick look at the scoreboard because he's clearly just pushed himself up. 19 frags on top. Big Dog. Teebs is the one who's dropping at the moment, but what we're seeing here is consecutive rounds with the buy-up guns, some strong CT holds, and at the moment Instinct not playing the T-strats correctly here, Judge.
No, they're not, and the thing is, Instinct just hasn't been able to get... they haven't been getting into sites enough. I mean, the one time that they did get... or 2 times they got into sight, one of them they won the round, and the second time they lost the CT take with a mad clutch. They need to get into a site, get some entry frags together, move onto it, and watch different angles and hold the site. Now we have missed a couple. We saw a snipe shot from Teebs down the mid into the garage, and Pears has picked up K-Flab on the entry to A. And they're doing what I've said. Slump though, grabbing Willy. We're going to see a snipe come through. Orb shot from Teebs onto Cure. X2C picked up Slump. We've got 2v3 and the bomb's been planted. Now we're going to watch Teebs here. No pairs holding the site, watching the fire on all sides. He's seen them. He's seen the big dog. X2C comes out with frag. Pairs getting another. We're going to wait for the squirrel though. The squirrel, is he going to manage to get the clutch? 1v2 and get the defuse. He's just seen them sitting at the back of the site. He's now blinded with a flash. We don't have much time left on that bomb though, Byza.
Yeah, they're baiting him out well at the moment. He doesn't know that's going to be a 2-stack behind the, what do we call those back barrels. So not a round for him, and then now Instinct take themselves to 14-8 on the X-Blaster scoreboard. That's right, the guys are playing for some awesome headsets, and the finals start in 2 weeks, so both teams proving a point and wanting to get themselves as high as they can to have a really clear advantage of the finals. I might just quickly jump to our AWP, man. Well, they're not even AWPs anymore. They're scouts at the moment.
Scouts?
Yeah, which is quite interesting. Something a lifetime. That's going to be probably the worst gun to buy, to be honest with you, in a tournament match, because you can't really frag that well. Quick overview map. The boys from the T side are heading up highway, and Cockfab has to work back to Squeaky, so he's going to be encountering some heavy resistance. As one pops in, there goes Pure onto Cockfab, so they've cleared out the A bomb site. Big Dog now about to work highway. A long shot gets Pure, but Pure gets Squill. Now leaving the 1-on-3 to work. And as we said, Big Dog wasn't going to get anywhere with that. Cure will pick him up. A couple of frags for him. That's match points. I think that's what I practically called. I said they'll get a couple rounds and then Instinct will finish it off. All you got to take is a couple ecos, get some cash behind you, and have a well-practiced strat that you know works. And that's it. You know, it's done. It's done, dusted. So I don't think, looking at the CTs, they're all deagles. I think this might be over early, Judge.
I think you're right, Byza, as well. I mean, we're seeing some fire coming out through the middle from X2C. We're going to see a little bit of a push down through the middle as well. Everyone just chilling in that mid-garage. Like we always say, Byza, if you get to 14 rounds and then not a couple of rounds close to you, you're probably going to win. We've seen Cure take out Teebs. We've seen Slump and Teebs also get Cure. So we're going to see a push through the mid, going down the highway and headed to A. They're going to find a little bit of turbulence, though. Willie and Pears just putting down the CT Wizards without any trouble. Pure watching the back, X2C getting Big Dog, and Pure going for the final firefight. Can he take out the last member? No, he goes down. Squirrel picked up by Willie. That's it. That's GG. Instinct taking out the game, boys.
Yeah, indeed, taking it out, and out goes the boys of the Wizard Mob, and so does they all leave. The GGs come out, and Cure says top 10. Well, I don't know if they're going to get into the top 10 here, but that is some really good play by them, and showing the reason why both teams are actually close on the ladder. So, but tonight we clearly saw that Instinct were a lot better than Wizard, and just proven by playing really good handy CT rounds. I'm shocked, Judge. Usually watching players on cache, they usually pick 7 or 8 T rounds. Not happening tonight. It was the other way around. The CT hold was actually quite strong.
It was quite strong, you're right. I just got to say, it was absolutely brilliant play all round by Instinct. I mean, they played a strong T side initially. They won the knife round, played a very strong T side, came through afterwards and played a very strong CT and held. I mean, they've just played really well. There's nothing more to say, unfortunately. I mean, we did have the Wizard Mob. They did have some strong rounds and gave it a fair shake of the sauce bottle, but now what I will do, I'm going to bring up the final score here as well for a bit of a gander. Right. I mean, looking at this, talking about the players of the game now, Byza, as well. Unfortunately, as they do in wonderful fashion, we've had everyone leave pretty quickly, but we do have as just a screenshot here of the T side. Everyone on the T side still sitting there. So we've got Pears, Pure, X2C, Willie, and Cure, and we've still got the scores from Big Dog, Squirrel, and Slump as well. I mean, you look at that top fragging for the team. You've got Pears as well, 25-3-15 with 3 round MVPs. He did well. Undeniably did well, didn't he, Byza?
So, who do you think MVP of the night? I'm going to chuck this one in your basket. You got the scores up there.
Oh, look out.
I've got my favourite, but I think there's some outstanding players for Instinct tonight. But we did see a nice clutch from Squirrel working with AWP a couple of rounds. But a little too late for their team and him to try and carry over. I think there's some really good players. Like you said, iPairs do quite well. X2C actually quite well. And, who's going to be the one?
Look, for me, I agree with you. Squirrel made some massive AWP plays. Slump of the Lifetime did some big plays, and so did the Big Dog as well. But in my opinion, I think Player of the Round does have to go to Pairs. I mean, after a few weaker rounds in the start of the match, Pairs really got into motion, established some dominance, had some really beautiful long shots with both the M4 on the CT side and the AK on the T side as well. Deserve it of the 3 in-game MVPs that he got, and deserve it of my vote for MVP. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I'm 100% in agreement with you. Well done to Pairs. Quick shout out to Judgy joining us from Aussie Gaming TV tonight. Mate, thank you very much. It's always good to grab people from other organisations and cross what do we call it? Cross-collaborate our knowledge of the game and just to get a viewer spectator mode out there for everyone to see. So it's really good. Follow him on his Twitch, Aussie Gaming TV. Twitter and all that, and obviously follow us as at Gamestah. We always cover CS content and Rocket League and League of Legends. We love all that type of stuff. You can find us Gamestah Media at YouTube, Gamestah at Facebook, my Twitter handle Byza1989, and Judge's is Aussie Gaming TV and Twitter handle. I think that's it from me. Judgy, any final words from you, buddy?
Not really, Byza. I think you've covered it all well. You've summed it up brilliantly, and I think we just got to let everyone know to get ready for the next match.
That's it. We'll be coming back with another match very soon. But this has been Byza and Judge. The winners tonight, Instinct 16-8? Yeah, 16-8.
16-8.
Over Wizard Mob. They worked themselves higher up on the X-Blaster ladder. But that's where we'll end it tonight. So on behalf of GameStar, thank you for watching. And we'll see you very soon.